Today, I want to look at giving your all in life. Giving your all in life. Now, this channel has been providing you with trusted information for some time. I will continue to do that until I've expired or I'm no longer here. But while I'm going to be here, I'm going to be providing you things for you to think about. For the last 30 years, I've been a teacher. I started at my alma mater, went to technical high school after that, which is Kingston Technical, to teach. Followed that with going into the primary school, going into a preparatory school, and spending a number of years in the high school to currently being at the university level teaching. And I've garnered so many years experience, so many things have actually happened to me, gone through tumultuous time in my life. And sometimes I've seen the students go through quite a lot as well. So I want to summarize today that the challenges are so much in life. It has nothing to do with Jamaica. It just being a human within our current 21st century living that we face so many things. For the students, they are facing how to deal with um, COVID. They were thought that I would deal with how to deal with the new system online, whether it was Zoom or it was any other social media platform or any other platform that was used to teach them. And they're also going through challenges in dealing with things at the home, with sometimes dad and mommy being also at the home and all of that distraction, and then the parents were distraction, and the parents were dealing with quite a lot. So each person in life has quite a lot to deal with. Now, currently, Jamaica is at a stage, and the world is at a stage where we are bombarded with more things to do with less resources, because in terms of your income is somewhat fixed, and there seems to be greater level of inflation, higher level of inflation than what a number of persons were anticipating, in addition to a higher level of inflation, cost of living to deal with that. So as a result of that, I want to say to a number of persons today that we all have our challenges in life. And there are some persons who are smiling, including myself, who are smiling, and we are going through quite a lot. Now, going through quite a lot doesn't mean you're going to give up, which is what I want to say to you. Give all to life until you are gone. Give all. So if you're frustrated, I'm saying give all to life despite that. If you're unable to pay your rent, give all to life despite that. Give all to life until you're gone. And I want to actually play you a clip of someone who has gone through and is going through quite a lot in his life, and he's given his all. And he is none other than Dion Primetime Saunders in the United States. So listen to what he's going through, and then tell me if you are deciding to give your all to life. Here I go with the clip from Dion Saunders.
Coach, we're a couple of days now since it's been posted your visit with your doctors.
Right. First of all, I want to thank everybody who texted and DM'd me and put it on the social media prayers and well wishes. Thank you 100% wholeheartedly. That's very touching, and thank you for caring. I don't take that for granted whatsoever.
And in amongst all those concerns and prayers and well wishes, one of the other themes I saw was people saying like, "Wow, man, look at the fortitude he had when he heard the news." I would have ran out the room. I would have started crying, but he took that like a true man of faith. So how were you able to take it that way?
I trust God. I've never not trusted God throughout my whole journey. I'm losing 2 toes and the sides of my leg cut out right now. I trusted God through that whole process. I never once flinched and said, "God, why me?" and questioned anything that ever transpired. I have a mission. I have a calling. I have a purpose, and God has a plan for me. I can still um, conclude my plan, and I can still manifest the plan with 1 foot. Like, that ain't gonna stop his purpose. No. You know, the sad thing about it, when they start talking about you could lose a foot, I start thinking, okay, so would that be a prosthetic? 2024s, are they new? Or can I get a 2025? You know, What does that look? Do I have a little black nub at the bottom? What does that look like? I know it seems like it's funny, and I'm asking someone. I'm not. This is really how I think. This is really how my mind functions. So none of this is gonna stop God's plan. You think the enemy are gonna allow me to do all that I'm doing, touch all who I'm touching, bring in all ethnicities and social classes and social statuses together here in Boulder, Colorado, and around the country? You think Eddie gonna sit back and let me do what we're doing? Ain't no way in the world. He gotta fight back. He gotta shoot back. And he think if he can affect my mobility, he can affect my ability. Oh, God, Prime, I started to run off the road right there to get out of the shot. He thinks that if he can affect my mobility, he can affect my ability. And the devil is alive. Please. Ain't no way in the world. They would find me a prosthetic, and I get in there 20, 25 foot, and whoo, still hit that dead. That's just how I think. God is so good to me, man. I don't question him about that. That will not abort his plan, not whatsoever. You said.
So I want to stop it right here to look at a gentleman has lost 2 toes, and the side of his foot is pared. And he's told by his doctor that he might lose the entire foot. And listen how he's after thinking that, listen, despite that, is that going to stop his purpose? No, the average person would sit down and begin to move, worry about what life is throwing at you, and then begin to question your existence and start questioning what you should actually do in life. But this is a gentleman who is going through quite a lot, has gone through quite a lot, possibly is told that he's going to lose a foot. And he's saying, listen, man, that ain't going to stop me one bit. And I'm saying for those of you are struggling, whatever the challenges are, see it as a part of the plan. Work through that and decide, listen, I'm going to make it. Let's continue listening to this track.
Beautiful. I start talking about the Lord and everything just cleared up. You see how beautiful it is in there? It was just raining a minute ago.
And got sunny.
Now you got sunny.
That's just like it happened on that plane during that turbulence.
Right.
And we were traveling back from Austin, me and you on the plane. And what I'm going to categorize it as atypical, meaning not typical turbulence. You know, planes have turbulence.
Right.
But this was like,
What's up?
this wasn't normal. This wasn't usual. And I didn't say nothing to you. But you said, hey, man, you ain't got to worry about that. God ain't brought me and you this far for us to die in a plane crash.
Right. You think with all the work we got to do, with the mission that we've set on, you think we get ready to go?
Yeah.
You might as well chill, boss.
And amazingly, as God is amazing, maybe 15 seconds later, one of the turbulence no more.
Right. And that's what people got to understand. Like you may hit a rocky patch, a rock steady.
Yeah.
You're going to get through that patch. But don't change your way of thinking, your way of life, your way of understanding, your way of going about things because you're going through that patch. You're going to get through that patch.
Mm-hmm. Just keep going.
Just keep going. Right. Why would we, please, worry about that. You know what kind of work I got to do for the Lord? You think He's going to let something happen to me? Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, but you got to understand something happens to me. If He allows that means something's going to happen for me. If something happens to me, something's going to.
WordTune helps you write better.
No, this is it that I'm trying to let a number of us understand in life. And a number of us do not seem to grasp the concept that you are here for a purpose. And the fact that you are here for a purpose, what are you worried about? I mean, you're going through whatever challenge is there are. You're here for a purpose. Never let those challenges. Yes, you're about to lose your job or you lost your job. Don't let that bother you one bit. I remember at one point in my life, I lost my job. And my wife, I can't forget that day. I'm laughing now, but it wasn't laugh when I was going through it. Lost my job as a research fellow at a particular university in Jamaica. I'm not going to call it a name. And my wife told me after that, listen, I am brown and I look good and I shape good. And there are many other men I can date, only other men. And then she walked out on me little after. And boy, she walked out and left me with twin boys. One had diabetes. At the time, he was about 10 years old. They were 10 years old. And I had to learn to do everything for them. She walked out on me. And I had to do everything. I didn't say why me. I went through it. I remember sometimes, one time, I remember a few times he went into diabetic coma, and boy, I cried. At one point, I was being investigated for child neglect because they said that there's no way he could be going through so many diabetic comas. I remember one day he went to school and he was in grade 4. Grade 4, no, he was in grade 5. And there was some ice cream challenge at his school. And he actually won that competition. He won an ice cream competition challenge. And the gentleman was diabetic. And of course, what happened to him the following day? He was out cold. And I was being investigated by child services for child neglect. Oh boy, I've gone through a lot. And during that time, I said to myself, listen, I'm going to make it. Had no job, had no wife, and I ain't going to make it. I remember a number of times I had turned cornmeal to eat as dinner. Had nothing but turned cornmeal. And I decided I'm going to make it. I am going to make it. I never quiver for a second or thought to kill myself. My thing was, I am going to make it. And I am trying to say to a number of persons who are going through a whole lot of challenges today, a whole lot of challenges you are going through. And I'm saying you must give your all to life. Do not sit down and wonder for a second why you or why not you. Give your all to life. Like, share, and subscribe to this channel as I continue to provide you with trusted information. Have an awesome day and never think about nothing else but giving your all to life.